Hey, what's up YouTube? It's King Vita here, and I'm back with another review. And today, we've got the Sentai Mobirates Morpher. So, without further ado, let's take a quick look at the packaging, as always. So over here, you have the Gokaiger itself with all the Red Rangers. Over here, you have Marvelous Gokai Red. And this also brings this key right here. This is Aka Ranger, Aka Red, sorry, my bad. This is Aka Red, and he first appeared in Go-Go Sentai Bokenger versus Super Sentai. And for those of you on the know, or those of you that don't know, he is the embodiment of all past Red Rangers, and he's inspired by Aka Ranger, which, if you don't know who Aka Ranger is, I will throw up a picture right here. So there you go. So on this side you have, like I said, here's the red Gokai Red with a bunch of other reds. Here's the Gokaiger Morpher. On this side you have the Gokaiger Morpher with the Aka Red key. Over there you have more Red Rangers. On the back you have your obligatory product shot. And this does this. It flips, the keys flip, and that, and the other. And if you get actually codes, you can unlock more things to say for this Morpher. Oh, also, this one actually brings this one right here. This is an exclusive to this Morpher right here. And, of course, you get more Ranger keys to unlock more sounds. Over here, you have every single Red Ranger here and there. So, you have Kaku Ranger, Die Ranger, Jew Ranger, Jetman, 5-Man, Turbo Ranger, Live Man, Mask Man, Flashman, Change Man, Bioman, Dynaman, Goggle 5, Sun Vulcan, Denziman, Battle Fever, Giaka, and Go Ranger right there. Giaka and Go Ranger, and that's Battle Fever. And on this side, you get Go Busters, Go Kaiger, Go Seiger, Shinkenger, Go Onger, Geki Ranger, Bokenger, Maji Ranger, Deka Ranger, Aba Ranger, Hurricaneger, right there. Gao Ranger, Time Ranger, Go-Go 5, Ginga Man, Mega Ranger, Car Ranger, and O Ranger, right there. So that's every single Red Ranger over here from every Sentai. And they're all included in this Morpher. So that's basically it for the packaging. Nothing much. And here is the Gokaiger Mobirates right here. This is their Morpher. Now, before anything, this Morpher is not as good as the original Morpher, which came out before this. There are some sounds that this Morpher is missing that they took out from the original and they replaced with other pointless sounds, which are nice, but for the most part very useless, and we'll get into that later on. So here's the Morpher right here. And it opens just like the original. It's a cell phone. Over here, this is the speaker. And the reason why this part in the back juts out is because this is where the key goes. Over here, you have the Gokaiger logo. Over here, a bunch of Japanese texts. Right here, you have the on-off switch right there. Over here, you have the screensaver. So over here, you have the two swords. This is the wallpaper. Screensaver. Wallpaper, whatever. The two swords, and over here you have the messages, ringtone, and camera. Again, this is supposed to resemble an actual cell phone. So that's cool. And over here is where the key goes. And this is a fully functioning keypad, unlike the one we got here in America, which this is one full keypad. It does the same thing, and the only way to get sounds out of this is through the key. But this one is different. This is the Japanese version. This one you can get sounds with or without the key. And we'll take a look at the key this one comes with right here in a minute. And here is the key itself. This is Aka Red. And he does look really good. Yeah. just like Aka Red should. There's the fire. It's got flames on his helmet. There's the 35 logo right there. Very nice. And there's the key itself. I like it. So we'll see what this one does. Flip his arms up, take this, and flip it all the way back, and you can see that 35 logo right there. Very nice. And each key is different. This one is straight with two little, one here and then one here. The way the key is made will tell the morpher which key is inserted. That's the only way the morpher can tell the keys apart. Each key is different. So, with these little nudges here, these little holes and these straight lines and things, that will tell, the combination of that will tell which key is inserted in this morpher. So let's turn this on. There's an on-off switch right there. And it'll make the Mobirates ringtone. There you go. Now, to activate the key, Gokai change. Now, another thing, let me just keep this key in here. While the key is inserted, I don't know if you can hear that, but the keys are louder. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But this morpher makes noises for everything you do. Watch. Insert the key, makes noise. Turn it. Turn it around. Pull it. Whatever you do in this morpher has a specific sound for it. So, any action you do, this morpher will make a noise. So, there you go. That's all there is to this key. We don't need this anymore. Now, one thing that they added to this toy, just like the original, is there are codes built into this. And each code will, you can leave that open or close it up. I'm gonna close it up. I don't care. But what they did was they took some codes out of this morpher and replaced it with useless other codes like special holidays and things like that. For example, there's one way to tell if you have a Japanese morpher or not, and we'll get into that right now. We'll get that out of the way. If you type in, let's see, there is one way to tell if you have a Japanese morpher or not. It says Japanese, but it's not a Japanese morpher. But again, we'll get into that later. So first things first, I want to get something out of the way, are the names. I have a list downloaded here, printed out, because I can't remember every single code. There's hundreds of codes, literally hundreds of codes built into this. And even if they took some out, they put some in, it's weird. And they have one specific code put in here that I don't know why they added it, but we'll get into that later. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run down every single Super Sentai team. This actually has every single Super Sentai team built. Like, every Sentai team is built into this morpher right here. So, but instead of going like 0001, 0002, 0003 to activate all the names by themselves, we're going to do it in one whole thing, one entire swoop. And this is how you do it. You're going to type in, let me see if I can get my codes here. The code is, where is it? Where's the code? Here, 0414. Okay, wasn't that fun? Wasn't that fun? So, rather than just typing in 00010002, they added that code. They built in that code to tell the to be able to list off every single team of Rangers, which is very nice. I like that. Very cool on their part. Now, here's another one. So they kind of took special days and holidays and built it into this Morpher, as I mentioned before. So 0101 is Happy New Year. And here's another one, which is, see if I can get this out, 0120. You get the phone ring, and that's the Gokaiger ringtone, which is very cool. Another one is Minna Konnichiwa, which means everyone good afternoon, I believe. 0223. This does not include that. I don't know why, but like I said, that's one of the codes that they took out. This one is also out, so 0508. They took that one out. See? They actually removed that one. It's supposed to say Okasan, Otosan, Itsumo arigato. It means mother, father, thank you always. So that's very nice. But again, they took that one out of this Morpher. That one does not include it. But in the place of this did include, which is very strange. I don't know why they added this. But they added some special holidays, but at the same time, not so special. There's one questionable thing that they added into this Morpher, and we'll get that out of the way. I'm not gonna say what it is. Look it up. The code is I don't know the reason why they added that code. That's just weird, but look it up. Trust me. Just look up that look it up on Google and you'll see what I'm talking about. They added that into this children's toy and I'm confused. I don't know why. I don't know the reasoning for this. But yeah, 0505 I believe is Children's Day. Okay, so that's Children's Day, and they added that, and that's very nice of them to do that. This is one, if anyone knows what this code is, let me know in the comments, because I have no idea what this is, what this says. 0707. If anybody knows what that means, let me know in the comments. Because I haven't found the translation for that one yet. Of course, you have Halloween, which is 10/31. that's cool. So this one actually has Halloween built into it. And another one is New Year's, which is obviously 12/31. That's basically it. So there's that one actually brings it, these codes. But also, I think this code, this version of the Gokaiger Morpher does not bring the rest. For example, excuse me, I have gas. 9999 Tatakai Gokaiger, which means fight Gokaiger. I apologize if I butchered that. I'm very sorry. But if I type in 9999, does not include, I believe. So, like I said, they took out a lot of very fun codes and replaced them with useless stuff and holidays and stuff. Which is, like I said, which is fine, but it really doesn't make this this Morpher stand out whatsoever. I suggest, if you're gonna buy this Morpher, go with the original. And you can tell the original because this is silver instead of gold, and this is gold instead of silver. They swap the colors. And if you close this, turn this off. This right here is gold as well. And it says Gokaiger, not Mobile. So that's one way you can tell the original from this version. I mean, I like this version, but I prefer the original because, as I've mentioned, there's a lot of things missing from this Morpher that the original had, or has. But they just took it out and just replaced it with strange holiday noises, sounds, and one very questionable holiday, which I'm not going to, I will not mention. But again, it's very strange that they added that into this Morpher in place of other, the other codes. I can never speak. I can never speak. English is a hard language. But yeah, they replaced it with other codes that, while some may be questionable, others are nice, and others are just plain pointless. There really isn't anything for me to recommend this Morpher over the other one. This one doesn't include the. This one does not include the Launch Gokaio. This one does not include the other ones, all the Gokai Galleon, Launch Gokai Machine, all that stuff. And also, this one does not have something called the original one has a special thing where it says insert and turn the Ranger key, which means in Japanese, Ranger key. Wo ipa irete ma waso. But if I do that, I only get the ringtone. So the code for that is 4444. And you get, as I've mentioned, As I mentioned, they removed the code, and they could have, there's a lot of things they could have done with this Morpher. They could have replaced the codes that they removed. They could have added new codes in the place of the ones they took out. They could have, I don't know, chosen the same codes, but added in something different, programmed something different for the codes, not just the ringtone. There's a lot of things that they messed up on this when they released it. It's not as good as the original. Do I recommend this? Only if you cannot get the original. If you cannot find the original, this is actually a very nice alternative, and it's good for cosplay. You can, or to play around with. You can choose red. You could choose any key, insert it, you know, and Gokai change and, you know, flip, and there you go. It's very nice to play with, but as far as an actual collectible, I'd skip out on this one and buy the original one, because the original one is where it's at. There's everything you need or you would want out of a Gokaiger Morpher in the original. They messed up with this. And just for comparison, I will put up a picture of the original right here next to this one so you can tell the difference. But yeah, I mean, it is not as good as the original. And to be honest, I would recommend the original over this one. I just can't recommend this enough. Only buy this if you cannot get your hands on the original and you really want to go Gokaiger Morpher. But other than that, that's basically it. I mean, there's not much in the way of sounds and stuff. Because like I said, they removed it and stuff. Also, one last thing, before I leave you on a negative note for this. For anyone wondering, all of these white buttons are pressable. The ones that are not pressable are the grays, the call, and the decline button. But that's basically it. Not much to it. Oh, one last thing. Keep that in mind. Keep that arrow in mind. Because the only way that this will work is if you turn it like that. Because if you turn it the other way, you'll break it. At all. That's not. Turn it this way. That's what the arrow's for. So that's basically it for this Morpher. Not much to this. Oh, and it's also got a locking mechanism right here in the back, so that's pretty cool. That's nice. That's nice of them. So that's basically it. Now for the Ranger key itself. When people usually, speaking on the Ranger key, when people flip these keys, there's a special tactic to doing it, because if you flip the key, you also want to flip their arms up, because you're probably wondering, well, the bottom flips up. That's it. That's perfectly fine. Why would I want to flip the arms up? What's the point? Well, the arms flip up to give clearance for the key itself. So if I flip the key, like this is how the key would look, right? If I flip the key like that, and his arms are still down, it won't go in all the way. And that's a problem, because if you put it in like this and try to turn it, it won't work, because the Morpher does not recognize if there's a key inserted. Watch. See? Because it doesn't go in all the way. However, when you flip the key, when you flip their arms up like this, and then flip it up, it gives clearance for the rest of the key to go in, and thus the Morpher recognizes that there's a key inside. See? So, that's why. The key, if you're going to buy Ranger keys, keep that in mind. And you're going to use them, you know, for cosplay or for playing around or just because you're bored. Like I am, usually. You want to keep that in mind. Flip the arms up first, then do that. Speaking on this right here, people have actually, there is a way, I can't do it, but there is a way that people have like modded these, that, you know, you can take the key and just flip it, or there's like a special tactic to, like, you know, put your feet up, put your fingers right here and just flick it up like that. But I don't really have the strength for that. Like, that's as far as I can get it. But there are ways to do it, and there's like a secret technique that you use to like flip the key. If only these were like the American keys. I do not have an American key to show you, but they're smaller, and they have a little knot, like a little button on this side, that when you press it, it flips up like automatically. So I wish they could have done that for these, but beggars can't be choosers. I like these. These are just fine. So, and again, each Ranger key does something different and unlocks different sounds when you put it in the morpher. So that's basically it for this. Again, if you could find this at probably Big Bad Toy Store or Amazon, which is where I got mine, or eBay, anywhere, that's fine. But if you can find the original, I recommend it over this one. There's nothing that this one has that the original doesn't have that's better. You know, there is absolutely no Launch Gokai Galleon noises. There's no like Megazord noises. Or Gokaio or Fight Gokaio. There are no like special things. When they took all that out, they replaced it with holidays. It's just a really, really, really bad version of the original. And again, the way you can tell them apart is the colors are swapped. This is gold. This is silver. Whereas in this one, the colors are swapped. Silver, gold. So that's basically how you could tell them apart. So that's basically it. Oh, one more thing. Apologies. The way you could tell an American Gokaiger morpher from a Japanese Gokaiger is if you have this part, just look at this one right here. This is a speaker, right? And the sounds come out of here. However, if you buy a Super Mega Force morpher, which is far less superior, this is not a speaker. This is just molded in. This is molded in. And this part here does not jut out that far because the Ranger keys in America are smaller. So keep that in mind. So there you go. That's basically it. Oh, and if you open it, all of these are buttons, whereas the American morpher, this is just one big button. So that's how you can tell the difference. But yeah, that was my entire review of the Gokaiger Mobirates with Aka Ranger, with Aka Red. And this King Vita saying, laters.